The start of the second half here at Kenilworth Road. Luton have scored 8 goals this season, 5 of them from Brian Steen, who's seated in the stands frustratingly. But more important probably, they've conceded only 7, just 1 here at home. Norwich, of course, haven't lost away from home this season in 5 games. And they're good enough and confident enough to ride a storm or two and make sides pay if there's any lack of concentration. So there's still a great deal to go for here. And a lot of responsibility on young Mark Steen. He's only 20. He's the smallest player on the field, but he's looked very lively. Benstead for Norwich. And Grimes has that one. Beaten by Bruce is Peter Nicholas. Bruce to Grimes. Newell, can he turn and have a go now? This is more like it. That's a good shot and good goalkeeping. And it would need really tremendous power to beat a good goalkeeper from there. Norwich are squeezing the play as much as they can. Williams given away again, straight to Priest. Forward goes Mark North, this is Newell. Priest might have a go, but he's robbed by Gordon coming back well, but he's quite fortunate to find Drinkle there. Now he's got support on the left. Forced the other way. It's a good ball to Williams. Dale Gordon behind him. Williams is having a bit of a torrid time at the moment, and Mark Steen has support on the right from Mark North. And the build-up was slow enough to allow Butterworth to get in there and block the shot. Really, they should have done better than that. But it was Williams who's having trouble with a few of his passes in midfield. An experienced enough player, former manager, of course, to get himself out of that patch and organise things here. They need a bit of organisation with Foster pushed up for the corner. Ricky Hill in there on the edge of the box. In goes Foster. Won by Benstead Fist. Priest back in again. And Benstead holds very, very well. Gaining confidence with every game. That was a very, very awkward one, particularly on this turf, as Benstead goes first for the solid punch, and then as the ball is punched back in again, he has to get down very well. But they need everybody working at the moment, Norwich. And to be fair, they're doing it pretty well. An early leap by Biggins caused a little bit of alarm. Foster clears that one up. Away by Butterworth neatly. Williams to Spearing. Spearing going well again. And a fortunate bounce. Donaghy's there. Nicholas. A little bit of a shimmy from Ricky Hill. But it's coming back from the front end a bit too quickly, perhaps. Donaghy. Gordon might get this. Well won by Ashley Grimes. And there's a free kick here which has annoyed the home crowd because Ricky Hill was in a very menacing position there with support on his right and left and a lot of freedom in midfield, but the referee spotted an infringement and gave the free kick, and nothing much has come from it. But what about this as Steen puts pressure on Calverhouse? Not so far, but a few accusing fingers at referee Ashworth. Calverhouse away to Wayne Biggins. Not quite sharp enough with the header. quite a bit of frustration, not so much among the players, but among the crowd here. There have been a couple of 0-0 draws here at Kenilworth Road. Perhaps that's the reason. Drinkle, spearing, making Biggins chase. Oh, that's a bad one, and Phelan's in there. Drinkle battling for this one, beats Nicholas, should roll it square to Williams. Now it's Gordon. Well, Luton's defensive record is pretty good, but they made a bit of meal of that to trying to get that one away. That was a bad one by Mal Donaghy of all people. Norwich snapped it up quickly, strength by Drinkle, rolls it square. Williams pushes it farther on, but there was not much time for Gordon's shot. It might have been a rebound as well, but anyhow, he got nothing. Certainly Luton had their best spell, their best chances in the first half. And one wonders if their young forwards might have run out of a bit of steam. Norwich City's free kick. Not pushing too many people forward yet. Butterworth to Culverhouse. Gordon, but Grimes gets to him quickly. Not always a left back, Ashley Grimes, of course, but doing a good job here. Byron back to Culverhouse. Bruce finding spearing, but there's two players bearing down on him. Into Williams. Very little room he's had in this game. Better ball. Culverhouse. Good challenge by Priest. Norwich are able to push a few players forward. Can they create any room? There's a bit of space here for Dale Gordon. Gordon going again. Good move. And there's the chance. And a brilliant save by Les Seeley. Phelan had what looked like the goal at his total mercy. Heading down, and really should have been in, but Seeley did an absolutely fantastic job to get that one out. Ken Brown has come down to bench level, having seen his side miss a pretty good chance. Steen gets up there, holds his man off well. Can he turn? No. Steen is penalised, and once more the home crowd standing to criticise the referee's decision. Handball there, looked like though. Barron. Well, Norwich have done this before this season. They've weathered the storm or two, and then they've come back to control the later stages. It's asking rather a lot that they're going to do it here, because Luton have still got plenty to offer. But they've got to be careful. And that one's gone out. Linesman and referee consulting. Linesman is Peter Cox from Brentwood. And I wonder if it's the substitute, Darren McDonough, who, yes, I think that's piecing the story together by guesswork. Because he's in white, he might be confusing the linesman over the far side as far as offside's concerned. Anyhow, here's Steen for the moment. Hard one for Dale Gordon. Peter Nicholas, and up and under. Not an easy one for Spearing. Good control by Mark Moore. It's more like it. Now then, Newell, can he get in on that one? Bents it away. Ricky Hill beaten by Phelan. Priest, Butterworth in well. Nicholas nicely forward, but good judgment, and I suspect a good call from Benstead also. Well won by Wayne Biggins. Gets a lot in the air, even against experienced operators like Kamal Donaghy. Good leap by Butterworth. Priest is in there, picked up by Williams, who's getting a little bit more room, a little bit more ball in the second half. Drinkle touch on, not quite, again the right angle. Nicely done by Priest to Ricky Hill, and his right is Newell. Here's a chance to get forward and into the danger area. Steen on the far post, Ricky Hill on the near post. Johnson, and away by Dale Gordon. Perhaps a little bit more confidence, a little bit more drive, and that ball might have come over earlier. Johnson in for Newell, that's good enough. Steen, can he turn and hit this one? Great effort. The youngster's doing well enough there, and Benstead relieved to see that one go over the top. That was a lovely touch by Newell. Clever back heel. Steen turns on a sixpence and whacks it just over. But can the youngsters do it all the time? That's asking perhaps too much. Hill. Nice control. With a foot in there by Phelan. Forward goes Steen. Very nippy, getting inside, spearing for the moment. But the fullback recovers well. A corner though. And the Luton supporters get something to cheer about. Foster creeping in there, as usual. Mal Donaghy's come up for Priest's kick. In comes Foster, a push, and a good catch, and Benstead is hurt. He's in a bit of trouble still. Well, how did that happen? The corner from Priest. Benstead decides he's definitely going to go for it. Whack. Foster comes in and into the ribs or lower. Substitute for Norwich City. Ian Crook getting stripped. Ken Brown, not exactly the face of misery there. Or Mel Machin, but they were having a laugh, in fact, and nice to see with the other bench, John Moore and Ray Harford, who I think have more cause for concern overall. Williams, in fact, is going off. It's not been the easiest game for him. And on comes Ian Crook, who played for the reserves on Friday night, so he will be glad there's only 15 minutes, but there's danger here for Norwich as Newell breaks. Johnson gets a cross in goes Mark North, couldn't quite get there, just inches above his head.